eatradio.com.
Glory days today. Tony Dungy said he would never have drafted the openly gay Michael Sam.
And the Jets, if you're a season ticket holder, they're going to reward you just for going to games.
Tommy Gatto will join us on the hotline, talk about the summer blockbuster movies.
And if you stick around to the end, Mr. B will do a song for you. Glory Days coming up right now. Hello again, everybody. Today is Saturday, July 26, 2014, and you are watching the Glory Days Show with Bruce and Disco. My name is Paul Discofani, and this is my good buddy, Bruce Older. Matt Martin is behind the glass today, and you are joining us on InRadio.com, where we broadcast from the InRadio studios here in the Village Music Shoppy out here in beautiful Mastic, Long Island, in the great state of New York. Good morning, my friend.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you feeling? I heard you got a root canal.
Yeah, and I'm still not out of the woods, you know. They were doing some diagnosis. They couldn't figure out what the problem was, so the guy said I needed one on the top. You know, he numbed me up a little bit. He said, let's see if the pain goes away. It didn't. So he says, well, you need to do this anyway. I said, well, let's do it, and he did it right then. But I've been having pain ever since, so I got to go back, I think, next week and maybe have another one done.
Have you had a lot of root canals?
That was my second one.
Ooh, second. No, you got a long way to go. I'm a
A
professional.
long way to go.
I'm a professional root canal.
Oh, yeah? How many have you had?
I'm a frequent flyer. They give me a card. They punch the ticket every time I go.
I see. It's kind of like what they'll do with the Jet fans, huh?
Yes, that's definitely what they do with the Jet fans. This is a wonderful day for the Glory Days Show. We have a brand new set.
Yep.
We look almost professional.
I think we always look professional.
But thanks to the people who work tirelessly
Behind the scenes
here.
Or behind the glass.
Or behind the glass to bring you this wonderful here program. And if you'd like to give us a call, we do have a call-in number. It is 1-855-4-IN-RADIO. So you can call us and chat with us. How's your week been?
Pretty good. I've been working on my tan.
Yes.
You know. Figured I'd really show it off today by wearing a white shirt, you know.
Yeah, well,
my wife told me I never looked so tan in my life, you know.
Well, it is the summer here.
Yes, it
on
is.
Long
Yes,
Island.
it is.
You know, we do have a lot of places to go. Have you been going to the beach or anything?
Nope.
Just working out in the yard?
I've been walking every day and, you know, cutting the lawn twice a week, I think, you know. Staying outside.
All righty. Well, I got some things to talk about.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? Now that was pretty good.
Did you hear about? All right.
Can you do that again? I want to do that again. Let's go. Did you hear about?
Oh, nice. Nice.
That's really cool. Anyway, if you are a Jets season ticket holder, you have definitely heard about this. The Jets are announcing a loyalty program.
Yep.
For people who are season ticket holders.
Yep.
And apparently they are going to, you can earn points.
Yep.
And then you could redeem them for giveaways, like autographed pictures. But they also have a couple of experiences, which are going to be, they'll let you sit in the owner's box.
Okay.
You'll be able to fly on the team charter to one of the away games. Obviously, you have to earn a tremendous amount of points.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like a reward system. You know how you get you used to be a frequent flyer. You'd get frequent flyer points, right? But if you've ever, your credit card gives you reward points and stuff. Although if you've ever looked at the reward points books, you need like 9 million points for a pencil.
Yeah,
that's like true. Remember when you were a kid, or when your kids were little, they'd get those little coupons at the amusement parks.
Yep,
and they'd have a box full of coupons, right? And they'd get a sponge.
Yeah, exactly right.
Or an eraser.
Yep. Yep. So the Jets, I mean, one of the things I read about it is that they're no longer printing paper tickets for their season ticket holders.
Correct.
So they're going to give them a wallet-sized access card. There'll be this online portal, I guess, where they can claim their points or whatever, okay, or accumulate their points. They're going to give points for going to the game.
Right.
For entering 15 minutes before kickoff.
Right. They want, most NFL teams want their fans there at kickoff. Mm-hmm. So, if you get there 15 minutes before, you're going to get extra points. Right. They're also giving you extra
I guess that
points.
must be an automatic thing, because I guess when they swipe you in, they'll know that you were there 15 minutes beforehand.
So they're giving you 500 points for every game that you go to.
Yep. Okay.
But if you attend games 7, 8, 9, and 10, and the 10 include the 2 preseason games. If you attend those last games and make it for the full season, you get extra points.
I see. I also read that they'll give points for watching or listening to away games, or anything related to the Jets, I guess, like Jets Nation and things like that. And if there are penalties against the opponent, like a delay of game or a false start, or if the Jets get a sack, or if the opposing team calls a timeout before the 2-minute warning of either half, you'll get points.
They're calling them fan assist points.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Now, some of the rewards, like an autographed photo or something like that, those you could just redeem.
Okay.
Maybe when you get to a certain number of points, you could just redeem them. But the other ones are going to be like the trips. There's going to be like an auction.
I see.
Because I guess they can only give so many of those. But so, a Jet spokesman said he wanted to make sure that everyone understands that the points are earned based on participation and not how much money you're spending.
Okay.
Okay. Although if you have more than one season ticket, you get more points.
Right. I mean, I think there was something about the Jets. I guess they worked out something about people that maybe split their season tickets or whatever, where you could have more than one person, get. I guess they would split the points. I guess.
Right.
Proportionately, I guess.
So I spoke to our good pal Roy Edelsack, and Roy is a season ticket holder for the Jets, and
he's out in the West Coast. So how much of this did he know?
He knew because I guess he got the letter.
Okay.
And he said that it kind of sounded ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But then he says in Europe, in European soccer, like in England, for example, the season ticket holders that attend all of the home games get first crack at the playoff tickets.
Okay.
So, in this country, what happens is, when your team makes the playoffs, unless you're a season ticket holder, you don't get to buy extra tickets. Mm-hmm. Like season ticket holders get their tickets, but they don't get to buy extra tickets. So this is, I guess, how they do it in England. So I guess, why not?
I think it's, it's a novel idea.
Listen, I've been to Jet games. I've been to Giant games. Mm-hmm. And if you go to a Giant game, you see less than 5% of the other team's jersey.
Yeah.
Okay? You go to a Jet game, and sometimes it could be as much as 30, 40%.
Well, I remember one time we went to a Cowboy game, and it was at least 50-50. Right. Well, at least 50-50.
So I guess
Yogi Berra is at least 50-50.
I guess they're really trying to reward their, their real season ticket holders. So
I think it's a good idea. I mean, I'm sure it's going to have glitches. I'm sure not everybody's going to be happy about it, But I think it's a way to give back to the fans,
So did you hear about this? Back in 1997.
Yeah.
Okay. In the third round of their championship rematch, Mike Tyson bites off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear.
Right.
Spits it on the ground, and the referee picked it up to see what it was, and immediately disqualified him.
Yeah.
And Tyson couldn't believe it. Why would you disqualify me for that?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm sure Luis Suarez feels the same way, right? You know.
So, Evander Holyfield is being inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And of course, Mike Tyson is going to present him to be his presenter.
That is
for
ironic.
the Hall of Fame.
I mean, I think they've kind of, mended their fences there, and I think even there was a commercial maybe that kind of made fun of this thing. So it's all behind them. I do find it kind of bizarre, I guess, for lack of a better term.
It's kind of funny though. First of all, it's only the second year of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And Holyfield is a non-Nevada resident category. George Foreman and Roberto Duran. By the way, Tyson was enshrined last year because he is a Nevada resident.
I see.
Didn't know that. So
what's Tyson done lately?
I think movies.
Yeah, exactly right. Like Hangover, right? He was in the Hangover.
Well, he did a one-man show on Broadway, which everybody said was fantastic.
Really? Okay.
And you know what? He's not afraid to poke fun at himself, but his life has been absolutely amazing. I wanted to read his book just to hear about, read about how he was saying how he used to get sex in prison. That it was the people, the prison inmates and the guards told him how he could have sex with women. So he would send out letters and stuff. Women would send them, come to visit him, and he'd have sex in prison.
Conjugal visit?
Not conjugally, on like the side, under a table,
really?
In a closet.
Really? Like from the Bill Clinton school of having sex, I guess. I don't know. Okay.
All right. Before we go to break, one other story I want to talk about.
Yeah.
An unidentified, disgruntled Cleveland Browns fan YouTubed himself urinating on the grave of Art Modell. Now, Art Modell was the owner of the Cleveland Browns. And in 1996, he said he had no choice but to move the team out of Cleveland.
You know what they say, Disco?
What?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
This guy went to the grave wearing a Baltimore Ravens jersey.
Oh, my God.
Then took the jersey off, and he was wearing a Lyle Alzado Cleveland jersey. And he says, you know, Art, when you tried to kill the Cleveland Brownie, you didn't do so good. The Brown fans wouldn't let you, you piece of whatever. I'm in Ratland, and I'm going to use the words you used a few years ago. As far as pissing on your grave, I had no choice. And that's what Art Modell said when he left Cleveland. I had no choice.
I see.
So Art Modell died in 2012. All right, we're just getting started here on the Glory Days show. We're going to have our first break, and when we come back, we will talk about the former NFL coach and current ESPN analyst Tony Dungy, about the first openly gay football player, Michael Sam. Tommy Gatto later, Mr. B after that. We'll be right back.
This is Joe Larson from the 505 on Racing Show, live every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch as I dive into everything from NASCAR and motor racing, only on InRavio.com.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or the flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural.
And organic.
But strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered. Paul Brown and the Killing Devils. Alternative progressive rock like you've never heard before. Over 1 million views on YouTube. New York City Village Voice says Paul is a gifted singer, songwriter, and musician with one of the best progressive rock bands on the planet. LA Underground Music Exchange calls him the only modern American band to cover every genre well. Pick up the albums Black Widow Tears, Red Spider, and The Wizard's Dawn, now on iTunes. And get to Facebook.com/Killing Devils to keep up with the latest info. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Welcome back to the Glory Days Show with Bruce and Disco. Before we talk about Tony Dungy, I got a better idea.
Okay.
Why don't we get our movie maven, Tommy Gatto, who's on the hotline.
Sounds great.
Look at that. A hotline guest sweeper.
Very nice.
This is very cool. Hey, Tommy, you there?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey,
Tommy.
if this is if you're new to this here program, Tommy Gatto is our resident movie critic. You still writing your blog?
No, I put that to the side to focus on the career, but I am on Twitter, so I do like little tweets about movies that I've seen recently. It's just a more efficient way of doing things right now.
Gotcha.
What's your Twitter handle?
Yes, Twitter. If you just look up Gatto Reel, you'll see me on Twitter.
Gatto Reels. Okay.
I did look you up. I think I now follow you.
Nice.
How are you, my friend? Long time no hear. Last time we spoke was in February during the Academy Awards, and I have to tell you, you were right on for the Academy Awards, but I was one better.
You were.
Yes, I was. And you know
That's
what?
excellent.
As of today, I was trying to find my notes because I wanted to break your horns about it.
Uh-oh.
And I couldn't remember which one I got right and you didn't.
Let's keep that hidden.
Sounds good to me.
So Bruce and I were just talking about the fact that this summer there really hasn't been like these. There's always the summer blockbusters and stuff like that, but there's really been no movies
Right.
that have really wowed people, other than maybe the Planet of the Apes, and now I guess did Hercules open this week?
Hercules
Yeah,
open, yeah.
Hercules opened this week. My sister saw it last night.
And what did she like? Did she like it?
I mean, my sister is not the critic that I am.
Yeah, of
So let's just say that anything on the screen that looks pretty cool, she'll buy into.
Well, she went into it to see Dwayne Johnson's biceps.
Oh, of course.
Right,
There's
Matt?
been some
I
real
wouldn't pay my
turkeys,
$10
though.
for that.
Sex Tape, I guess that didn't do too well. I'm not sure Jersey Boys did that well.
No.
So, but I tell you what, the one, I see the commercials, this Lucy looks pretty good to me. And you
I
don't
could
think
take
so?
it or leave it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how about the Planet of the Apes, though? What's it, Beneath the Planet of the Apes? Is that what it is?
This is
No,
Dawn.
Dawn of the
Dawn of the
Planet
Planet of the
Beneath the
Apes,
Planet of
okay.
the Apes, that's the sequel to the original film.
Okay.
Right.
But yes, so I thought Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was, in terms of like action and blockbuster, this was the closest thing we had to it. Maybe not financially, it probably didn't make as much money as a regular summer blockbuster, but critically, everyone kind of liked it all around.
How about you? Did you like it?
Yes, I did like it. I mean, a lot of people are saying it's like one of the best science fiction movies in the last 10 years, and I'm not ready to go there. I don't want to oversell it.
Well, why is
But
it? Why is that? Is that because of the story or the technology behind the apes, the GFI,
Well,
the GHI?
I mean, I think the technology is top notch. It's just that the story itself, and this was the same problem I had in the Rise of the Planet of the Apes,
Right.
was the fact that not a lot happens that is unexpected.
I see.
Most of everything is very predictable.
Is that
And
because
I'm
we
like-
already know the story?
Exactly, and there's not a lot of curveballs they throw at us. So in terms of like a movie experience, it's great action.
Right.
The characters are rich, just the apes, I should say. But in terms of like the actual events occurring on screen, it's kind of predictable, and that's, I mean, it's just a minor issue I have with it. Other than that, there isn't too much wrong. I mean, they could make the human characters, especially in the second film, the human characters are boring. They're given one single note. You're either the depressed mom or the kid that's looking for a friend. There's not much time spent with the humans. All of our time is spent with the apes, and that's fine and dandy. But when you're asking me to care about the humans, I don't care at all. There's a lot of stereotypes, like the evil, mad human being that doesn't like the apes. There's,
Right.
like, a lot of those stereotypes take up the movie where it just doesn't need to be like that.
So what hasn't opened yet that you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm on my way right now as we speak. I'm in the car. It got a limited release. It's a movie called Boyhood. Have you guys heard of it?
No.
Okay. Well, they did a terrible, terrible job of marketing this film. This film has been filmed over the span of 12 years.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? I did hear about this. Go ahead.
Right, and what the director, Richard Linklater, what he did was he filmed every year for a couple of weeks, and the whole cast, no one died or anything like that, so everyone kind of just went along with the 12 years, and you see the cast grow naturally on the screen.
Right, including the actors.
Yeah.
Not just the
So
kid.
It chronicles this boy.
Right.
It's your basic coming-of-age film. So the kid grows up, and you watch it on the screen, and it's about family values and issues that I just heard that it's very authentic, and it's something of a movie experience, not just a great movie, but a whole experience.
Now, who were the actors in it? The famous actors.
I know Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette are the two
Right.
big
Gotcha.
names.
Right. So
And
they
the kid
signed
is
on.
unknown.
They signed on for a 12-year project.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe this is the first time it's been done in a fictionalized movie. They did a documentary series called the Up series, which follows a group of people, and this documentary guy, he films them every couple of years, and he asks them the same questions about life, and you see their changes, and just fascinating. And this is the first time it's done in a fictional way.
So where you going to see this movie? Because you said it's limited release, right? So where you
Limited
going?
release. So I'm going to Huntington Film Center.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that place.
Yeah. So this will be my second visit there.
I think the Stony Brook Film Festival is wrapping up, I think, this weekend, too. Did you get a chance
Right.
to do
I saw it
that?
on News 12. I actually had not heard of it until I saw it on News 12, the Stony Brook Film Festival.
Oh,
You know,
they've been doing that for years.
They also had a film festival out in Belmore.
Yeah.
Right.
weeks
I knew
ago.
about that one.
I said that sounded like pretty good. So give us some. Tell me what we should spend our money on in the movie theaters.
I mean, I think that Planet of the Apes, the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, is definitely worth the price of admission.
That's a good movie theater movie.
It's a great movie theater movie, great action, and I think that if you're looking for a really authentic drama about a child being, brought through life, you should go seek out Boyhood because the reviews are overwhelmingly positive.
All right, so you haven't seen this yet, but you're giving it a thumbs up.
I mean, I haven't even seen it yet, and I already know I'm going to like it.
What movies have you heard about that you think are going to be terrible?
Stinkers. What are the stinkers?
I mean, for instance, that movie Lucy with
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson that you guys talked about earlier, I
Yep.
think it's going to bomb. I think the Transformers, I know it made a lot of money, not worth your time. A lot of the movies that came out this year are just not worth your time.
But Scarlett Johansson's is not worth just looking at?
No, you can do that for free
I guess that's true.
if you're nifty.
Yeah, because I'm looking forward to seeing the Planet of the Apes movie. My son Kevin went to go see.
I would have much
22
rather
Jump
seen
Street.
Scarlett Johansson in Sex Tape. Tell you the truth.
That's true.
You know what? I heard Sex Tape bomb too.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it did. You know, I'm
Oh,
not a
yeah,
big
well.
Cameron Diaz fan either, though. But
Do you get to see boob on Cameron Diaz in that movie?
I'm sure you do.
So my son Kevin saw 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
And he said the best part about it was at the end. At the end, when they were doing the credits, they
Oh,
were doing
okay. All the outtakes.
Well, no, they were doing instead of doing updates. What they did was bloopers. I mean, they did like 23 Jump Street, 24 Jump Street,
I see.
25 Jump Street. And it was getting more and more ridiculous as they
Kind
were
of like
going
in
on.
the year 25, Zager and Evans. You
So
know?
when they get to 30 Jump Street, instead of Jonah Hill,
Yeah.
it's Seth Rogen. and the guy, what's his name? The other guy in the movie, I can't think of his name. He says to
Channing Tatum?
Yeah, Channing Tatum. He says, "Don't worry about it. They won't even notice the difference." All righty, Tommy. It was great talking to you. We miss you.
Yeah.
Miss you too.
All right.
And good luck. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tommy.
Bye-bye.
That is our good buddy, Tommy Gatto. All righty. We are halfway through the Glory Days show. Let's catch our breath. We'll regroup, take a halftime break.
Okay.
All righty. When we come back, we'll talk about former NFL coach and current ESPN analyst Tony Dungy. He had comments about the first openly gay player, Michael Sam. And did you know that former Giants Super Bowl hero David Tyree thinks that gays can be fixed?
Yeah, I read that. You know, he's now the director of player development for the Giants, and I guess he's taking a lot of heat for that.
Well, Matt, you know, now there's hope for you. Alrighty, stay later on. Mr. B will do a song for us. Stay with us. You're watching the Glory Days show with Bruce and Disco, only on radio.com. We're coming right back.
Hey, this is Gina Cotillo from The Gina Show. Come join us every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for celebrity interviews, Reality Reel with Billy Charles, funny stories with Brian Kinnear, and much, much more. The Gina Show can be found only on inradio.com, broadcasting to the world. So come and catch us.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com. Paul Brown and the Killing Devils. Alternative progressive rock like you've never heard before. Over 1 million views on YouTube. New York City Village Voice says Paul is a gifted singer, songwriter, and musician with one of the best progressive rock bands on the planet. LA Underground Music Exchange calls him the only modern American band to cover every genre well. Pick up the albums Black Widow Tears, Red Spider, and The Wizard's Dawn, now on iTunes. And get to facebook.com/Killing Devils to keep up with the latest info.
Welcome back to the Glory Days Show. Let's talk about Tony Dungy.
Okay.
Okay, this guy, Tony Dungy, is the former coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and
also,
the Indianapolis Colts.
Yes.
He said that he would not have drafted Michael Sam,
Yeah.
who was the first openly gay player, because of all the distractions that would accompany him. Sam, he was actually the SEC co-defensive player of the year.
Okay.
And he was projected to be a mid to late round pick anyway.
And that's what he was.
Right, but he did get drafted in the 7th round. He was
By the St. Louis
selected by
Rams?
the Rams.
Yeah.
Right? And so Dungy made the statement on Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey was going to do a reality show that was going to chronicle Sam's first training camp and stuff, but apparently they decided not to do that. Anyway, this is what he said. He was talking about the perceived distraction. And he said, it's not because I don't believe Michael Sam should have a chance to play, but I wouldn't want to deal with all of it. It's not going to be totally smooth. Things will happen.
And I agree with him.
Right. But as soon as that quote broke,
Yeah.
all hell broke loose.
That's ridiculous.
You know, he was.
First of all,
Right.
it's this guy's opinion. Okay? I don't think he said anything anti-gay or anything like that.
No.
He just said basically, I wouldn't want to deal with those distractions. Something's going to happen. I mean, what's so wrong about saying that?
I mean, has it come to the point in this country where people can't have opinions?
Evidently.
You know,
Evidently. And that's ridiculous.
I mean, every single subject, be it abortion.
Everybody's got to be politically correct
it-
about everything,
But,
you know?
but what is politically correct? Why is it that you
Disco-
could be in favor of
Yeah.
gay marriage,
Yep.
and nobody says your opinion is wrong?
Yeah.
And you can be not in favor of gay marriage, and everyone.
An opinion is an opinion. That's all
exactly
it is,
right.
you know?
It's just an opinion, but
It's
you know
all
what?
part of freedom of speech, I think. Isn't that the First Amendment?
That's what I would think.
You know, or is it the Third Amendment? I don't know what amendment it is, but it's one.
I think it's the
one of
Second
them.
Amendment.
It's one of them, you know?
Is the First Amendment? No, the Second Amendment is the right to bear arms.
Yeah. So, I mean, because if I say something you don't like, I can always shoot you, you know?
There you go. And then that ends the controversy
There you
right
go.
there. But anyway, I do want to bring in our producer, Matt Martin, in a minute or two here. Because he does have, I'm sure he has an opinion on this.
Yeah. I mean, when I guess Tony Dungy's quote came out,
Right.
St. Louis Ram coach Jeff Fisher said, define distraction. You know, he didn't think it was going to be distraction at all. Well, I don't know.
I really think
I mean, there's a lot of focus on this thing. There really is, you know.
And there is. And you know what? They could say from now to the cows come home that, he was going to be a late round draft pick anyway, but everybody was avoiding it.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the other things that Tony Dungy said is this guy is not going to be one of these, you know, game-changing players, at least not off the bat. You know what I mean? So, you know, if he was going to be one of those, maybe he would have changed his opinion about the fact you know, he would deal with the distraction because of the greater good for the team.
Look at the distraction in the Jet camp with Tim Tebow. Mm-hmm. Tim Tebow is a second.
I mean, I don't understand why they're not covering the St. Louis Rams on this, you know, Hard Knocks or whatever, you know?
They didn't want to. I think what happens is every team, if the team has a brand new head coach, I think they're allowed to say no.
Okay.
But I don't think Jeff Fisher is a new head coach for them, right?
Well, I'm not sure when he started coaching them. I mean, you know, obviously he was a coach with the Titans for a long time.
They approached the Cleveland Browns about it. But
with Johnny Manziel, that would be a good one.
But they have a brand new head coach. He said no, so he's allowed to say no. All right, anyway, so Dungy didn't really backtrack. Mm-hmm. He didn't apologize.
He just clarified what he said, you know?
You know, the apologies that people have been making lately have been so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so, you know, but people lose.
Well, people will say something like, if I offended you, I'm sorry.
Right,
you know?
right. You know, you know, the apologies in the media are becoming so ridiculous now that people don't know how to apologize. They don't know why they're apologizing. They just know they have to apologize to keep their job.
Yeah.
You know? So, Tony Dungy, do we have the slide? Yeah, no, yes, no, it doesn't matter. If not, okay, I'm going to tell you what he said. He said, I was not asked whether or not Michael Sam deserved an opportunity to play in the NFL. He absolutely does.
Okay.
I was not asked whether his sexual orientation should play a part in the evaluation process. It should not.
Okay.
I was not asked whether I would have a problem having Michael Sam on my team. I would not.
Okay.
Okay. I have been asked all of those questions several times in the last 3 months and have always answered them the same way, by saying that playing in the NFL is and should be about merit. Mm-hmm. Okay? The best players make the team. Everybody should have the opportunity to prove whether they're good enough to play. That is my opinion as a coach, but those were not the questions I was asked. Okay, so far so good. He then wanted to clarify exactly what his philosophy over the years has been, and it's always been to minimize distractions.
Okay.
Okay. I do not believe Michael's sexual orientation will be a distraction to his team or his organization. I do, however, believe that the media attention that comes with this will be a distraction. Unfortunately, we are all seeing this play out now, and I feel badly that my remarks played a role in the distraction.
There you go.
There you go. You know, so I don't see what he said was wrong. Matt, do you have an opinion on that?
I find the whole thing just
unnecessary.
Yeah. Completely unnecessary.
I mean, do you feel that that what he said?
It's a non-issue.
I agree.
It's a non-issue. Just whatever. It is what
this
it
is
is.
the media.
Move on.
This is the media, you know, looking for an opportunity to make a controversy out of something that's not very controversial.
Yeah.
Correct.
I think. You know?
Correct.
Okay. So let's talk about the other homophobic controversy.
Yeah,
These
okay.
slides I do have for you, gentlemen.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Remember David Tyree?
I do. Made
Caught
one of
the
the most
football on his
unbelievable
helmet.
catches in Super Bowl history.
Right, 2009 against New England. They helped the Giants win that Super Bowl. He's the new Giants director of player personnel. It's a really feel-good story. The guy has to retire the next year, but he has campaigned against gay marriage. Now, this is very different than what Tony Dungy did.
Yeah. Now,
This guy believes that allowing gays to marry will lead to sheer madness and social disorder. He supports the use of therapy and prayer to turn gay men and lesbians into heterosexuals. That could work, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So
He can pray the gay away all he wants.
pray the gay away. That's what I have here. Oh, you blew my line.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I didn't even see that. But there's no way.
So the president of the Human Rights Campaign, Chad Griffin, this is what he had to say. When did David Tyree decide to be straight? The idea that someone can change their sexual orientation or gender identity is ludicrous. The New York Giants are risking their credibility by hiring someone who publicly advocates junk science.
Well, I read he did an interview with somebody, or somebody interviewed him fairly recently, and the guy was David Tyree was very respectful of this guy. This guy, I think, played for the Falcons. He was gay. And the question I have is, how recently did David Tyree say all these things?
Well, they said that he said this about 2010 after he retired.
Yeah, I'm not sure he feels the same way now, you know, and if he is maybe seeing the light, I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt. If he still feels that way, you know, then I think the Giants made a big mistake.
Well, that's right. Well, he said, at the time, he said, "Nothing means more to me than my God would honor. Mm-hmm. I firmly believe that God created and ordained marriage between a man and a woman. I'll never be a former black, but I've met former homosexuals." Matt, is there any such thing as a former homosexual?
There are, believe it or not, people that, you know, well, I don't know how they possibly really could be, but, you know, like they go to a church and they tell them, you know, you're living in sin, and then they...
Do they do one of those things where they grab you
like
and they
you're
go,
cured.
"You're cured"?
Exactly. It's a miracle. Like, ask Sammy Stone, can you be gay forever or not? But, yeah, there's these groups and radical groups that think that they can take the gay out of you and you can be a former gay. It's just as
that's what
much
they called
as
it.
the statement he said, "I'll never be a former black."
Right. But I like that thing. I thought that was kind of funny. Pray the gay away.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I didn't know that was even an option.
It's not.
So then Griffin pointed out that the New York Marriage Equality Act, which became law in July of 2011, and he says, tens of thousands of committed and loving gay and lesbian couples have wed in America over the last 10 years, and Mr. Tyree is undoubtedly still holding his breath, waiting for society to crumble.
Yeah, well...
You know, so I don't know.
I don't know. Like I say, I mean, I think we have to really get down to what is his current feeling. Because, you know, like I say, I read a recent interview that he had with somebody, and it sounded like maybe he's changed his tune. And if he has, good for him. I think we ought to be accepting of everybody. You know, I think being in a position that he's in with the Giants, if he doesn't feel that way, if he really still feels the way, you know, his 2010 remarks are, I don't think he has a place on the Giants team. I don't think
and I'm
really
sure
don't.
that the Giants they're not distancing themselves from it. They haven't come out and said anything about it, but I think they're just trying to tell them, hey, you know, let's not talk about this anymore. Let's just let it die.
On the gay A.
You know? No, the A gay.
A gay, okay.
You know? All righty. So it's time for the seventh inning stretch here on Glory Days. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to get set up for Mr. B's song. What are you going to do this week?
I'm going to do Jethro Tull's Locomotive Breath. Has nothing to do about gays or apes or anything, man, okay? You know.
You know, we can get in trouble with apes, too.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com. Paul Brown and the Killing Devils. Alternative progressive rock like you've never heard before. Over 1 million views on YouTube. New York City Village Voice says Paul is a gifted singer, songwriter, and musician with one of the best progressive rock bands on the planet. LA Underground Music Exchange calls him the only modern American band to cover every genre well. Pick up the albums Black Widow Tears, Red Spider, and The Wizard's Dawn, now on iTunes. And get to Facebook.com/Killing Devils to keep up with the latest info. For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit hansoncarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or a flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural
And organic.
but strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
Welcome back to the Glory Days show. At the end of every show, Mr. B does a live song for us, and today he's going to do Jethro Tull's Locomotive Breath. So take it away, Mr. B.
From the iconic album Aqualung. Here we go. In the shuffling madness comes locomotive breath, and the all-time loser headlong to his death. Well, he feels the piston scraping, steam breaking on his brow. Oh, Charlie stole the handle and the drain, it won't stop going, no way to slow down. Well, he sees his children jumping off, catches angels as they fall. His woman and his best friend in bed and having fun. Well, he's crawling down the corridor on his hands and knees. Oh, Charlie stole the handle, and the train, it won't stop going, no way to slow down. He sees us hellions howling, catches angels as they fall, and the all-time winner has got him by the balls. Well, he picks up Gideon's Bible, open at page 1. Oh, Charlie stole the handle, and the train, it won't stop going, no way to slow down. Well, no way to slow down. No way to slow down.
Yeah. We're coming right back.
Paul Brown and the Killing Devils. Alternative progressive rock like you've never heard before. Over 1 million views on YouTube. New York City Village Voice says Paul is a gifted singer, songwriter, and musician with one of the best progressive rock bands on the planet. LA Underground Music Exchange calls him the only modern American band to cover every genre well. Pick up the albums Black Widow Tears, Red Spider, and The Wizard's Dawn, now on iTunes. And get to facebook.com/Killing Devils to keep up with the latest info. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Hey, this is Gina Cotillo from The Gina Show. Come join us every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for celebrity interviews, Reality Reel with Billy Charles, funny stories with Brian Kinnear, and much, much more. The Gina Show can be found only on InRavio.com, broadcasting to the world, so come and catch us.
We are just about out of time here on the Glory Days show. We didn't even get to the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies.
Let's do that next week.
Tomorrow. You know, Joe Torre, Bobby Cox, Tony La Russa, those are the three managers. three iconic managers.
Joe Torre had a pretty good baseball career, player
Baseball,
career
that's
too.
true too. Yeah.
And then Greg Maddux, Tommy Glavine, and Frank, the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas.
So next week, we'll spend a little time talking about what it means to be in the
Hall of
Hall
Fame.
of Fame and stuff. All right. Thanks to our producer, Matt Martin, the lovely and talented. He hosts the In or Out, pun intended show, which is on hiatus until September, but you could check him out on the on-demand page, which we still call the archive page.
Okay.
In Radio Land.
AKA.
Thanks to our good friend Tommy Gatto for helping us out with the movie reviews, trying to tell us what we should and should not see for the rest of the summer.
Okay.
Which we're running out of time here the rest of the summer. Thanks again, Chuck and Bonnie, for putting up with this nonsense week after week. And of course, thank you, our loyal viewers. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Very good.
Enjoy.
All right.
AteRadio.com.